Thank you everyone for being here tonight, and thank you to BGAA for hosting us. My name is Randy Cravens, and I am running for U.S. Congress for the 6th Congressional District to take on Congressman Andy Barr. This election is not going to be solely a referendum on Congressman Barr. We've tried that before. With competent candidates, well-funded candidates, we've lost every single time. What this election is going to be a contest based on our hope and our message and our plans for the future. Right now, we're dealing with a situation in Washington that's even worse, if you can imagine it, than what's happening in Frankfurt. In Washington, there's stagnation. Nothing's happening. Whether it's bad, good, or otherwise, no deals are being made, no progress is being made, and we're made to suffer for it. Everything that's been talked about today by our state candidates is predicated largely on what happens in Washington. And those plans and those desires, the desire for reproductive freedom, the desire for good quality schools for our children, the desire for appropriate teacher pay, is predicated on cooperation and progress in Washington, and that is sorely lacking at this point in time. I'm here today because I'm running for hope. Hope that progress can be made. Hope that progress can be made, even if it's made by federalizing some of the roles that are currently with the state. First of which would be teacher pay. Teacher pay across this country has stagnated. We're currently in Kentucky 41st in the country for teacher pay. It's inexcusable and it's a disservice to our children. It's not about recruiting the best quality teachers, it's about producing the best results for our kids. If we can't agree on that, what can we agree on? So it's time to get rid of the folks that can't agree on anything and get some new leadership in there that can. Any one of the 5 of us that are running for this office, or for the candidacy for this office, would be leaps and bounds beyond Andy Barr for this role. But what I want you to think about when you go to the polls on the 21st or the 15th or the 18th for early voting is this: who will serve best to not only work for you in Congress in Washington, but will fight tooth and nail for every single local and state candidate that is fighting their butts off in anonymity, working to serve you in Frankfurt, where nothing will happen without unified government between Washington and Frankfurt. Who's going to be there when it matters? Who's going to take the lessons that they've learned as a father, as someone who has been on public assistance, someone who has had hard times, someone who has been raised in an unideal situation? I've had a lot of difficulty in my life, and that includes recently, for those who know me. That difficulty has taught me to be more humane and more humble in how I proceed with my politics. Remember that on the 21st. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your support.